Here's one method that I like to use for drawing graffiti style letters. So you probably remember from before this year that you can use the race car technique to create block style letters. All graffiti letters begin with block style or bubble lettering. So I'm writing out the word the way that I want, but what I'm going to do is change it so that I'm giving a little bit more character to these letters. So maybe I'm overlapping them, maybe I'm changing the size and shape. I'm doing this here in line work first because I feel like it's easier. And I'm going to go ahead and move the O and throw it maybe here so there's lots of overlap going, because overlap is a very important part of graffiti style lettering. Now what I'm going to do is just race car these like I taught you before, so I'm drawing around it. Okay, now that I've sort of written it out in a way that uses overlap and kind of distorts the letters, then I use the race car technique to block them in. Now what I want to do is I want to add shapes, like adding flare. So I'm going to take shapes, random shapes, and I'm just going to overlap the letters. So I'm going to go with rectangles here, and I'm just going to place them right over top of these letters in different places, just overlapping random rectangles. You could do the same thing with triangles or hearts or circles. I like rectangles, I like the look of that. Arrows are also very cool with graffiti lettering, so you could add arrows. Maybe we'll put one here just for the sake of keeping it going. Okay, so now I've got all these overlapping shapes, and just wherever they overlap, I'm erasing. And what that's doing is that's turning these letters now into complex shapes. They were simple shapes, now they are complex. Now I've completely changed and distorted these letters. Now they are totally different. They started out just like with bubble lettering. They started out, you write it out, you race car it, but by adding those overlapping shapes, you just create a lot more excitement for it, and you give it that graffiti look. The next step is going to be sort of ink outlining it so you can see what you're working with. I recommend you use those felt tip fine liners, not a Sharpie, because a Sharpie is going to bleed through this paper. I'm just using a Sharpie so it comes out more clear on the video. Maybe I just want to throw some random shapes in the background just to add some more excitement to it. Next step is to add the three-dimensionality. Here's how you do it. When you want to make a shape 3D, you have to decide on one angle. So everything is either going to be moving to the left bottom, the upward right, or so forth. So I like to go make everything point down to the left. So everywhere there's a corner, I'm going to make a short diagonal line that are parallel, that are the same length, that point down to the left. So I'm going to do that with this whole drawing here. Down to the left, down to the left, wherever there's a corner. I wouldn't see this one because it would go behind it. Down to the left. Connect, connect, curve, connect, and then these would be dark. So when you go to color these with your oil pastel, these are going to be in shadow because your light is coming from up here. So again, corner, corner, connect, corner, connect. And that's all there is to it. So to review, step 1, write it out. Step 2, race car it. Step 3, add overlap. Step 4, make 3D. Now you are ready for color.